All right, 5 o'clock on a Monday. Let's do this. Let's hit the books. Part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel, alongside the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish. I'm really Brad Powers. We got producer Jason with us. We're talking a lot of the big games. Obviously, got a head-to-head here between Jason's Southern California Trojans against Joey Knish's Michigan Wolverines. We'll get to that game and a lot more. We'll recap the weekend that was. As far as our best bets, split out again, 4-4-1 on the best bets. Did not win the money line, the parlay, obviously, but still profitable for the year. We'll get to that record here in a second. Before we get to your comments, super chats, and concerns, we are indeed brought to you by FanDuel. And over at Hit the Books, we love college football, and our sponsor, FanDuel, loves it too. FanDuel is giving you a reason to lock in and place bets each week. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets. If your bet wins, you can use those bonus bets on our best bets, totals, players, props, whatever you got circled on the college football calendar. FanDuel is easy to use, safe, and when you win, you get paid instantly. No waiting around, no hassle, just straight to your account. So if you got a team, a take, or a gut feeling before kickoff, now's the time to back it. Just head to FanDuel.com/hitthebooks. That's FanDuel.com/hitthebooks and sign up to get started. Disclaimer, you must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas in affiliation with the Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as a non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut, or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support. Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE New York, or text HOPE New York in New York. Knish, what's happening, man? So 4-4-1 on the best bets. One prop again. Props are 4-2. 1-3 on the money line plays.
No, it wasn't a money. I like that one too. Wasn't a good money line week though.
Yeah, those are 10-14 on the season. So if you just bet them individually, you're up at 1.8 units. We're still 27-19 and 2 pushes on the season.
I know. You know what? Going to bed. I called it in at about close to, I would say midway through the second quarter on the Cal game. I was like,
I did the same thing.
Winning week. I'm like, glad that woke up. I was like, what? They lost by 20. Like, wait.
A 38-0 run out.
Yeah, that was, man. That was quite
that put a damper on what I thought was going to be a good day.
When I woke up, I was like, oh man, thought we, winning day in the show like that. But little juice out, and we'll go, because for early Saturday, I was like, uh-oh. Delaware game didn't go right early Saturday, wasn't feeling great. And then, it turned out okay, but would have been nice to get the Cal one for a winning week. But hey, on to this week, baby.
Yeah, we had some, not best bets, but we had some bad takes too. We were like, Penn State -24, that's a bet.
yeah. Ohio during halftime. I don't know why people are betting Ball State. Why are fading this team? They lose outright in the second half for Ball State.
Yeah, so those weren't fortunate, to say the least. Penn State, well, I guess we'll start there. I mean, a historic upset. I mean, I know everyone overreacts. We live in a instant gratification world where there's hot takes and people overreact to everything. I mean, that was an historic loss for Penn State. I mean, the first time in 40 years we saw a top 10 team lose to an 0-4 team or worse. I mean, UCLA, it wasn't like they were a hard luck 0-4 team. We're talking about a team didn't lead in any game at any point this season. It's not like they played a tough schedule either. New OC, new DC, fired head coach. Looked like an entirely different team. Yet the dogs were barking to say
they were barking
for the Bruins. What's going on with James Franklin? They're not preseason. The top 2 preseason teams, Texas and Penn State, are not. Neither one of them is even going to the playoffs.
No, and as much as the dog is enjoying the UCLA victory here, listen, Franklin's not going to get fired, but this is like almost like a 10-year defining loss where you have the Oregon game, the all build up. This is the season. And then you come back and lose to this corpse of a UCLA team where I thought, like, I actually bet some, it was like Penn State live money line, like early second half, and was like, all right, they got a few stops, they got a few scores. They're going to come back, take care of business, won't cover, but we're not going to lose this game. Then they give up another drive. They can't get in at the end. Some of the clock and game management, it's like, I don't know. At this point, if you're a Penn State fan, you're like, are we content with like, this is the ceiling? You know what I'm saying? Like, we've already reached the ceiling. If this is our guy, you can't really fire him. But at the same time, I would be disgusted. That is a game you cannot lose. You can be down. You can come out flat. You cannot lose that game.
Agree. I think probably the hope is for a mutual parting of ways, like he takes another job.
Yeah. Yes.
So it could be worse. But I think it's that whole, if you're a Catholic like me, that purgatory, it's just you're getting the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
You're not going to win it all with him.
No.
You're not, prior to last Saturday, you didn't lose games like that. But I mean, just reminds me of Brian Kelly in Notre Dame. You're not going to win it all. Let's get something else in here, whether it's better or worse. I just need something different. Other takeaways, Alabama won. Alabama covered.
Yeah.
Fortunate. Although, there was parts where I think Alabama deserves cover here. But, I mean, I also could say this. Vanderbilt impressed me.
Agreed.
They got some dudes. They weren't overwhelmed.
No.
Obviously, they had a couple red zone turnovers. Otherwise, that game could have got really interesting.
I really, honestly, if Pavia brings his A game and not his, C
might have
game.
won.
Right. I agree with you. It's like they weren't outmatched. This isn't like, I would say maybe even like last year's Miracle Win or any of that. Like, they're a real deal SEC team now, like a team that can go and compete with any of the big dogs. Not a win outright every week, but they belong on the same field where they didn't for, 30, 50 years or whatever it was. So I agree with you. I thought if Pavia played well, I'm not going to say they should have won, but they definitely could have won. And that was really, outside of that, it was like, man, they belong here. So yeah. I agree. And like that rest of the SEC schedule, you're like, every week they got a puncher's chance.
Yeah, they got a bye this week. Then they host LSU. I mean, shoot, they could beat LSU. Texas is down. That was supposed to be one of their tougher games. I mean, I tweeted earlier, this wouldn't be stunned if they're sitting here in mid-November and they're flirting around with a playoff. I'm not saying they're going to make it, but they could be right there. Other games, Kansas State, we not worry about the clips on that Corby thing making that. They blow a two-touch.
You know what? I wanted it.
I was nervous.
Round robin, but after that, when they lost, I was like, you know what? Cover, but not win. Like, okay, I'll take it, I guess.
I was like, they're going to be getting after us on the network when they were up, 31-17, 10 minutes left. I'm like, here we go. I don't know if they recover from that one. Virginia got another win. Surprising. A couple of defensive touchdowns for them. They didn't do much offensively, but they got the win. I didn't think they'd do that against Louisville. What else am I missing? Oh, obviously Texas. Arch Manning. I think we've seen enough.
All right. Put it in stone. Is Arch Manning your starting quarterback week 1 for Texas next year?
Ooh, I don't know.
I had a guy ask me this on Saturday night.
Probably. I don't think it's a slam dunk.
I don't think it's a slam dunk. I don't know if you can get, they gave him a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, it's weird now because you're in this gray area that nobody talks about of can they just tell him can they just tell him the transfer? Can they not pay him for next year? It's like, you don't really know contractually and deal wise where it's at. Cause I guess I don't know, it's like nobody really knows how that all functions, but I would tend to agree with you. I think so too. But
right before we get to the chat, right before we came on the air, Texas they were taking money. Maybe it was a setup in the market because now a wave of Oklahoma money is coming in. Interesting. Obviously, we'd have a completely different game if Mateer was playing. He's not playing, right? Coming out of the bye. You haven't heard anything different there?
I haven't heard. All I heard earlier was that I think originally last week it was 10% chance. I heard maybe a little bit more, but still not enough to feel good about where he's at. With that said, I really don't let's say no Mateer. Let's say it's Hawkins. Where you at on the game?
Oh, it's a tough one for me.
I did not. I know they beat Penn State 40.
Yeah, it's not good. I didn't like the kid last year. Nothing personal. It's just that they can't throw.
No.
when nobody wants to buy, I like to buy. So I would be.
I know.
I have bet Texas.
I was gonna. If it's Hawkins, anything under 3, I'm in on Texas for sure.
Yeah, and there's a few 2.5s out there right
Yeah.
now. It was out to 3.5. In fact, our friends at FanDuel have it at 3.5 still. But I'm not running the window to bet at Oklahoma there. Another big game, real quick, and then we'll get to the chat. Big one on this show, Jason, producer, SC guy. That looks like that might have just got quickly set up in the market because we were talking right before the show.
Yeah.
Bunch of threes out there. Well, guess how long they lasted? About as long as Knish with his new girlfriend. I'm joking. That's terrible. But that got bought right back. I agree. I think Michigan and 3's a buy.
I'm in. I literally bet some as we were setting up the show. I agree. It was not I'll put it like this. I was not expecting to be on Michigan this week. I thought it would hover, kind of around the 1.5 pick out to 3. Not a great spot, all things considered. It is not a great spot, but I think player to player, you're getting the better team +3. And I don't know quantifying this travel, the West Coast to East Coast roundabout it's difficult right now because a lot of teams go to the other side of the country, like USC, and look like a shell, like Penn State, and look like a shell of what they did in weeks prior. Yeah. So it's dicey, but I got to play the 3 there.
Agree. All right. Looks like we're loaded up on super chats. Mitchell, our favorite guy to start. Well, hold on. Jason said USC did have a ton of injuries. I know that they had the offensive lineman. Jacoby Lane's been banged up a little bit. We'll see them coming off a bye. It is the next 2 games for SC. Legacy defining for Lincoln Riley. His Michigan this week, at Notre Dame next week. Got to win one of them.
You got to.
They're done. Jason's saying cluster injuries at corner. Well, Michigan can't throw.
Yeah, I was going to wait. If there's a team you wanted to play with that issue, then this is that. Yeah. Although,
I will say, he's throwing a little bit more now. They're starting to find somebody.
Yeah,
McCulley had a big game.
Liked Andrew Marsh at wide receiver too. Looked a little better. They're hoping to get that other Hogan Hansen tight end back for this week. So yeah, they're getting a little bit healthier. It's still not an explosive Michigan passing offense, but it's better than it's been.
Yeah, way better than last year. Mitchell Ferguson in the chat, the $27.99 man, which converts to $20 US. Hopefully Joey Incognito had better luck opening a few new accounts to the new look than you boys had with your best bets. All jokes aside, keep up the great work. Love the show. Thank you, Mitchell. Nothing about any of the games this week.
Yeah, I know, Mitchell. Also, what part of I need to just Crest is from Canada. Mitchell, what part of Canada you from here? I know, loyal listener. Give me in the chat of where you're at.
Cam Combs in the chat, super chat, $4.99. Arkansas Petrino bump +13. Also, any Monday Night Football thoughts or plays? Oh, I don't know. You believe in a Petrino bump? Maybe offensively. I can only lean over there. I have not bet that game.
Again, this is Tennessee, the type of team we talk about it some periodically on the show.
They'll bury them if they get a chance.
Like UCF in the heyday, like Lane when he's playing a cupcake, that just keep rolling and rolling. Interesting, like where there's a book in the market that's 11 and FanDuel's at 13.5. You see, so that kind of some interesting splits on this game currently.
Is that a mistake at that book? Whoa, that's man, they're sleeping out in Vegas. I'm not there anymore. So that would have been one had we've been doing the show. I'd have been in Las Vegas. I would have fired up the count and bet that.
Yeah, it could be a feed air too.
It could be.
But just
Monday Night Football tonight.
I did not have a wager on tonight's game.
I lean Jacksonville.
Me too. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna play a little Jags.
Yeah, that would be the number one. I liked it before yesterday went along, but that would cap what was a very interesting weekend of the NFL.
Yeah,
varied about just about anybody in Survivor, except if you're betting on. You told me to bet against your boys yesterday. Lesson learned or not?
I thought the set, and it's funny, like I see Shane in the chat. Manu at left tackle. We had the left tackle. He had like the worst pass blocking grade in a few years for a Lions tackle. We lose half our cornerbacks, and Jake Browning basically in the first half gives us 3 touchdowns to go. And again, so yeah. I mean, listen, Lions offense absolutely rolling. Defense gonna have some issues at corner. Gonna have some big issues, but yeah. Hey. I mean, I bet some Cincy yesterday with you, and I liked that 10.5, but no, we're too good.
Mono Sports 499 super chat. Bama fresh off Vandy, and next week Tennessee. Give me Mizzou sandwich game if I've ever seen one. Thoughts? Not only Vandy, but Georgia the week prior. Yeah, I like Mizzou. Now, Mizzou hasn't played anybody, but they haven't played a road game yet. But they are off a bye. Bama's off 2 big wins, two 60-minute efforts. I like Mizzou. What say you? No.
I haven't gotten to the window on this one. I
like that 3.5 at our friends at FanDuel.
That'd be the last buy point for me at 3.5.
Okay. I
don't know if it's best bet material, but because there were some 5.5, there were some 4.5. At 3.5, that'd be the last time I would be buying. So if you're, and you know what, market's going 3. So if you want, I would say bet that if you're.
Yeah,
if you want the Missouri side.
I'm not overwhelmed with Alabama, even in the last 2 weeks.
I'm with you. Their trench plays just like.
I don't know, man. I was thinking early Vanderbilt's going to win.
I know.
I mean, it was like setting up. I'm like, yep, Vandy's going to win. I can't believe this. Yeah, Missouri for me, especially at 3.5. 3, no. Austin Embry, 499. Thoughts on Rice plus 11.5 against UTSA? I lean that way. But you can get a better number at 11.5. Make sure, you can get as high as 13 out there. So make sure you're getting that. UTSA lost outright to Temple. Rice, predictably, I think wasn't that our winner in the money line. Lost FAU outright.
Yeah.
I like this roll for them better. They run the option, slower tempo, getting double digits like they were against Navy a couple weeks ago. I think Louisiana week 1 where they won outright. I think we had them in that game. I lean that way, but I haven't gotten to the window. Have you gotten to the window yet?
No, I agree with you in terms of like this being the role that I want to back Rice in. With that said, oh man, it's been an underwhelming body of work for Rice all the way around. And we mentioned it last week on the show, not really being able to, I guess, totally quantify. Just UTSA's body of work. And again, I saw, with Ducks on UTSA. I'll put it this way. I don't know if we'll get there. I'd really like a 14 if I'm gonna back Rice. So I'm gonna see what I was gonna say. Joey K, I tiptoe around Rice now, Chuck saw on that. I've backed Rice for way too long, week after week after week. Now it's gotta be the right spot with the right number.
Jack, back to the chat. 499 super chat. 499. I just said that twice. Why did Kent State not take the points early on? Receiver was also wide open on 4th. Yeah, we over 2.5. How'd that work out? Yeah, I kick a field goal. I try not to get shut out. Remember we bet team total over 2.5?
Yep, over 2.5.
I don't know if we bet it, but we talked about it. That's the only way we can go.
No, I bet a little bit on it too. That was one of those. I agree. Look, you kind of hope they take the sad field goal, but unfortunately, they were okay. You know what? Listen, do I understand? Like, we're gonna go for the touchdown here. Who cares if we lose 44-3 or 44-0? What does it really matter? I get that, but for selfish reasons. Just kick the fucking field goal.
Trip, and we might do a whole show of super chats. $10 here for Trip. Pitt open plus 9.5, now seeing plus 11 in the market versus Florida State. What's your buy price on Pitt, or are you on Florida State? New quarterback for Pitt looks sharp for BC. Did he ever? I didn't think much of the kid. He was just a 3-star true freshman out of Oregon Clay. I'm familiar with the high school. I grew up not too far from there. He wasn't like a great prospect. I was stunned at that. That was probably the most stunning score for me because no Reed for Pitt. They were down a couple starters, I think, on the offensive line. BC was getting guys back, and that's what they do. Florida State off back-to-back losses. I understand the money on Florida State. Am I betting Florida State still? No. Where are you at here?
No, I'm a little surprised it's got through 10 through the 11 trip. It was a game that I wasn't really looking to get involved in. But at 11, it would be Pitt or nothing for me. Still kind of like lukewarm on the side, but I agree with you. Kid looked great last week. Probably the best. Again, maybe we don't want to react to one data point too much, but also just the fact that we talked a little bit about in last week's show. Holstein, who I don't think was playing poorly, to make that move, I feel like you got something with that kid. Almost like a JKS with Cal, that week 1 game where like you bring him in, there was the big move. It was like, you kind of feel like you got something with that kid. So I don't know. I would
over. I could see over.
I could see over as well.
Pitt's taking a little bit of money now as we speak in the market. Yeah, over. We'll get back to that game. That's a noon game. Oh, speaking of the noon games, we got a noon game this week. I think Alabama, Missouri is probably the game, right?
Yeah, I would think. I was just checking.
Ohio State, Illinois is on, but I mean, come on, that's a 2-touchdown spread.
Yeah, let's go Missouri, Bama.
All right, so there you go. Saturday, officially, Alabama, Missouri halftime, competitive point spread, big game, third straight big game. Also, gotta get to an ad here. Let's talk about our friends over at BetStamp. We love BetStamp. And with football season in full swing and the NBA tip-off just 2 weeks away, wow, just 2 weeks away, now is the time to lock in the BetStamp Pro Prop Screen. It's built for high-level bettors who need to spot and scale up edges fast. As more books take real money on props, prices are getting sharper, which means the window to exploit inefficient numbers is right now. You can't do that without a hyper-efficient, reliable true line that shows you the real market price in seconds across 150 outs, helping you find and hit the best edges before the market moves. I'm pausing after commas. I got to read this before. Don't wait. The window to capitalize on the prop market is right now. Visit betstamp.com/hammer. Scan the QR code to apply for a demo. Spots are limited ahead of the season, so make sure you check out BetStamp Pro. Why do I always struggle with the BetStamp read? Of all the reads, I love BetStamp. Back to the chat. $5 from Shane Trail. Knish, how about them Hilltoppers?
My fucking Shane. God damn it, you son of a bitch. Got us on the old pick 6 and fumble on the goal line.
Whoa, a bunch of stuff there. Stopped on downs, a stupid play call on 4th and 1 late. Yeah, I heard someone else thought, someone was chirping at you. I got back at him today. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw. I enjoyed that. Also enjoy him and his boy, Jerry Smith over there touting up Nebraska, and then
Nebraska was not the right.
Fuck no. In Michigan State, if they weren't completely could have won the fucking game with that special teams to like 8 different things going on.
Yeah.
Also, the one they like the Bulgarian Russian kid, whatever they got, the Serbian kid that's for Michigan State goes right down the field. Childs, after he took that early hit,
something's wrong with him.
There was 100%. He was like he's in the pocket, like having a panic attack and stuff. Like, get him out of there. The kid looks like he's like doesn't want to stay he doesn't want to get hit.
Yeah. Boy, that other kid was good. They moved the football with him. Let the other kid play.
The game could have been. They had the lead late third quarter by a touchdown.
I know. But according to this person, Nebraska was going to kill him. At no point, Nebraska was the right side. Come on,
Shane. I did bet some Southern Miss, but not at the current number.
Yeah, that one. No surprise. Southern Miss, like normal, is taking money up to 3.5 in some spots. At 3.5, I'd be on the home dog, Georgia Southern. You want to go head to head on that? 3.5.
No, I'm not.
I know.
I like Southern Miss early. I can't get to it now, but speaking of money early in the week, the IU Hoosiers, baby, against
I made a bad bet
against your Oregon Ducks.
Well, the Penn State performance did not age well. So now we're seeing a 7 in the market at a couple spots. I like Oregon, but I'm going to sit and wait for widely available. I've already bet it, so I look like a clown.
You want? I'll give you flat
more than
7.
usual.
Flat 7 head to head.
7?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all
right.
day, every day, twice on Sunday. Laying it 7 Ducks head to head. Boom. Love Oregon at 7. But I think 7's going to become widely available. I mean, I'm a lot of things, an idiot, but I can read an odd screen. I'm telling you, 7's going to become widely available. Reading the tea leaves. Back to the chat. Brandon 499. Thoughts on Pitt? We talked about this plus 10.5. That freshman quarterback looked pretty good. Love the show, guys. Now there's tape on that freshman. Boy, I just feel like it's buy low for Florida State. Give them credit for not quitting against Miami. They kept coming on. I'm not wild about it, but like you said earlier, I'm surprised it blew right through 10. I think 10's the right number.
I agree with that. I thought 10 was a number on the game.
I like the over right now more than anything. I said that. I might even get to the window on the over. 56 is available as low.
I tell you what, Florida State got pretty. I know the final score looks all right. And if you got some Florida State early in the week, you're loving Norvell because you got you to the window.
Yeah,
They were getting handled until Cristobal did like the 1990s NFL thing. We're just going to run and punt because we're up 3 scores. And then, you're able to.
That's going to cost them in a game this year.
That is going to cost them.
And if it doesn't cost them in the regular season, it will when you got to play 3 legit opponents in the playoffs. That's why, Miami at times does look like the best team, but you got Cristobal on the sidelines. Christopher O'Donnell in the chat, $5. Who had a worse weekend, James Franklin or Mark Sanchez? That's a tough question. Is Oklahoma State an auto fade against Houston plus 14 this week? Zona minus 21 was an easy one. It was. Houston's didn't Wegman get hurt in that game?
Yeah.
Not that I'm a big fan.
No, but he did go down, and that's another game they could have. It's that final score makes it look more competitive than the game was.
Yeah.
Texas
Tech
is all right. Maybe I don't know if I want to go. That's already. Can Texas? You know what? I'm coming in real hot. It's Monday. Oh. Can Texas Tech compete for a national title this year?
Yeah, I'm not going to promote another show I did this morning, but they asked me, "Hey, what's worthy of a pizza bet for the national championship?"
And I said, "Oh, really? I didn't."
I said Texas Tech at 35-1. I think they were like 35-1. Oh, they got bet. I said I was like 35-1. They were 35-1 at one place. I'm like, this is a team capable. I don't know if they're capable of winning at all, but they're going to win the Big 12. They are just so much better than everybody else.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, they're capable of winning a couple playoff games.
Yeah. They are every week. I think the gap between them and the rest of the Big 12 just gets bigger here where, they should have won that game against Houston by 35 points.
Yep.
45. It was a no contest. No, do I agree? Do I think they're going to win the national championship? No. But as you said, make the playoff, get a few wins. This is a really, really good football team in an era now where that's the other thing is you're somebody from the SEC, somebody from the Big Ten. Who's elite? Who's really who in the country is really, really good right now?
Ohio State's defense.
That's yes. One unit in the country. That's wow. That is spectacular. Really elite right now. Elite as in years past where you'd have the, Georgia, Bama, Clemson as 12-0 every year with all the great players. So it's just different now. They got a puncher's chance.
They do. And it's not even the same Texas Tech. They run the ball.
Yeah.
They play defense. There's not a lot of holes on this team. I was just as impressed with the Houston performance as it was the Utah game. For them to come back, play with expectations, and they're playing with expectations again this week. A little bit of money on Kansas, though.
I got to tell you.
Where you at there? 13.5 at our friends at FanDuel. I could see if you told me, hey, I like Texas Tech minus 13.5, I could see it. I took Kansas at 14.5. 14's the number.
I got to be real with you.
Uh-oh.
We keep it real on this show. We got the Kansas.
We got
very fortunate.
Yeah, we got lucky.
We got very fortunate because Taven Jackson went out. Cam Fancher, I can't believe he's still he just running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Couple goal line turnovers, stopped in the red zone. I don't think the Kansas defense is.
So you're laying it here?
I would, yeah, I would lay it or nothing.
Best bet?
I just,
No,
I'm not there on the best bet because I will say, Jalen Daniels and the passing offense, it got a little bogged down second half when they had some protection issues, but the offense is really electric still.
Over? Oh no, I got hit a little bit. I thought there was still a 5 in front of it. No, I got hit a little bit. Nesbitt Warren, $4.99. Just send in a super chat. Nesbitt, let me know if you got a question.
Nesbitt, give us something in the chat, baby.
All right, back to the top. Looking here. No, we'll start with the pizza man. Rob Bizzola, congrats to BP on a great season so far, and to Joey K on being able to grow half a mustache. Actually, I would argue that you've been the better of the two on this show this year, right?
What's our head-to-head so far this year?
I don't know. I think I won. I only know the ones because I don't bring them up when I win. You always bring them up when you win. Didn't we have one that I won this week? I forget. I think it was.
We had Miami, Florida State.
Oh no, I lost. You're right. I thought we
had
multiple.
As soon as the show's over, watch every episode.
The chat will let us know
and tally up the head-to-heads.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I thought I had one win this week. Maybe not. The chat will let us know. I thought I had one. Bama? No, Vandy Bama, I don't think so. I swear to God, it was around, I think the number was like at 3 and I won. Yeah, whatever. I will say you're definitely over me this year.
What do you think?
Go ahead.
Where were you at on Boise? We didn't discuss it just because I was looking at the game, Boise Notre Dame on the weekend. Odd game. Played out weird.
Game. I could see either team covering. Notre Dame blew a couple opportunities early. Otherwise, they really blow that open. But, I mean, Boise had opportunities late. That idiot Madsen just started throwing picks. There was opportunities. I was surprised. I mean, how stupid do we look? It closed 21.5.
I know.
I could take losses, but when you don't get the best number, I mean, that's when you really look like an idiot. So
I totally agree with you. That's hand up like that. We always talk about get the best number, the half points matter, and there you go. That's the difference between a winning week and a juice out week. Not getting that 21.5, 22 on Boise.
I eat that. It was the Army UAB game. See, I had a winner.
You did? Oh, Ethad got me. Yep, Brendan. No, you're right. You're right.
Thank you guys. I'm glad you guys got my back. But Knish is still
Jason,
up.
Can you block the people that said Army in the chat? So
That's all right, though. I mean, I do keep it real. You got me this year. So far. Back to the chat. Charles Saul, are you willing to pay around a 12-1 money line price to see how fired James Franklin is? Different time in college football where the bottom falls out.
I tell you what, there's the only way you do it is if the Big Ten sells itself to, Saudi Arabia private capital and for $1 billion, so you can pay buyouts for Fickle, Franklin. That's why some of these teams want that cash infusion so they can get rid of their coach. Otherwise, you can't afford a roster. Did you see the bar? This is way in the weeds. Did you see the bar? I was talking to Tent about this. The Mike Kadick, the Barstool guy, said what he on one of their shows said what his salary last year was $300K. $300K for a lineman at Indiana.
Oh wow, I did not see that. I'm not stunned by it though. I'm not stunned by it. I was hearing like everyone. I was hearing this was even right when it started a couple years ago. Like everybody on the roster is making at least $100,000. On top of tuition, on top of they get all this merchandise, on top of they get the foods paid for. It was already before you were getting straight money. You already were getting like $100-some thousand a year, and when you count tuition and room and board and all that, and now they're getting paid. I mean, I guess the thought process is they deserve criticism now. I mean, they are getting paid more than anybody, 90-some% of the people in the stadium. So my thought is, boo them. Fire him. I mean, when you're making that kind of money, what you want? I mean, more money, more problems. But yeah, I wasn't stunned by that. I heard what like some of the backup line, like Notre Dame linemen that weren't gonna start for him this year. Got like 600. I think that one kid that went to Tennessee got like 600 or 700K. I mean, wasn't even that good a lineman to go to Tennessee. Oof. That's crazy. All right, back to the chat. Action Sports Central, Christian, love La Tech myself. Best team in the conference by margin, and think anyone's power ratings would agree. Did you do anything with that game? That's a Thursday. We got to talk these Wednesday and Thursday games because we won't talk again. I bet Kennesaw at 7.5. Just bet a number though.
You know what? I took an early price on La Tech. That's not, and it's in the middle of what you bet and what I bet.
Yeah.
So, which is then, of course, where the number's landing here.
At Current, do you like anything Wednesday or Thursday? There's 6 games. I don't think there's a best bet at Current for me.
I don't think there is either for me as well.
I'll give you some. I'm not sure this. I haven't confirmed yet. I'm not sure Missouri State's quarterback's going to play. That Jacob Clark kid. Got hurt in the last game.
Yeah. No, you're right. Because I was just looking at the injury flag on the odds screen. I was going to say lean over on that game, but FanDuel's got what we'll call it the worst price if you wanted to bet over in the market. And then the quarterback uncertainty. Man, oh man. I got nothing on the Wednesday, Thursdays.
Yeah, I got
nothing at Current.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah. I bet you don't have anything? Yeah, I bet every game, but nothing. I mean, stuff does whatever.
Oh, you know what? No, this is a Friday game, but I think we might have a head-to-head based on what I saw.
You like North Texas?
Yeah.
What number do we go at? I bet when there was a plus sign next to them. All right. You know what? I'm just taking them for the team. We'll bet it at Current.
Let's go pick. Just winner. Straight up
winner?
Yeah.
All right. I like South Florida. You like North Texas? No.
Yep.
No, we're going Current. I'm laying the 1.5 with South Florida.
All right.
I'm not going to bitch.
All right.
So, well, you owe me. You throw me one back one of these days.
All right.
Well, yeah, 1.5.
Give me the Mean Green.
That's a good game. Mean Green off a bye. South Florida's played the tougher schedule. And I don't know. North Texas, over a couple overtime wins, change of play or two. We're not thinking about them as much. All right. I love it. That's a good game. We'll talk more about that on the Friday show. Head to head. I won't forget that one. I know the chat won't. Thank you, chat, for having my back. Back to the chat. Burt Brownies. Good day, fellas. What do we think of UCF at Current? I have not bet that game.
No, and I got to tell you, the Jackson injury did not look good. And not that he's great by any means, but I hate like every other quarterback on their roster, including Banter, including some of they got like 4 different guys they've tried. Like Jackson seemed the best of a bad bunch. Cincinnati seems to have really got it rolling now. And again, body work looks better. I got to tell you, I don't like laying this number with Satterfield. I know the offense has been much, much better. It's just laying this price with Satterfield. And UCF was playing a little better. I don't. It would be Cincinnati or nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
friends at FanDuel have one of the best prices in
market. They do have the best price. 10 would be a best bet for me.
Yeah, I agree.
10.5 is just.
Cincinnati plays with their food.
Yes.
A la the BG game. Yes. Didn't cover. A la they were screwing around with Iowa State.
Yeah.
They really were.
I agree. He's not the coach that you want to lay a double-digit number.
No. I've already seen 2 examples of it this year where I bet him in both games. But, yeah, I think Cincinnati secretly, when they're on, they're on. When they're run game, they got some guys that can really run. They got that wide receiver from Colorado State's a fast kid. That Goody, I think is his last name. All right, we got to get to this game. Toledo BG. Toledo took money. Up to 11.5 at our friends at FanDuel. I like BG at that number. A lot of 3-letter network, 3-letter service.
Did they just give out Toledo?
Did they?
Let's go BG at 11.5. Best bet.
Yeah, best bet BG plus 11.5. Boom, love it. I'm not saying it because you know me. I'll bet against my team more often than not, but I love it. Best bet. You trust in Matt Candle with a double-digit point spread? No way. I know the Akron game, but Akron's quarterback was a scratch. I think BG can muck this up a little bit. Run the football.
PG off a bye.
Both are off a bye. I like that price. Like that a lot. I bet it at 10.5 earlier today. I didn't think we'd get 11.5.
No, yeah, I agree. 11.5.
No, you like it when you're betting it.
Yeah.
I see you there.
Yeah,
you weren't texting the girlfriend.
I agree. The best price in the market too. I think that's kind of to me, just to get, if I'm market analyzing this one, I think we're kind of buying the dip there on the tail. I do not see a way where that was getting to 13 or 14. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I think 11.5 as good as that price is getting. So
I agree. We've been wrong a couple times.
Yep. Last week, Boise State, Notre Dame. We said 21.
Yeah, what other? The Michigan State game and conflicting results on that this year. Ethad's asking about 3 games. Thoughts on Army minus 17.5, ULM minus 2.5, Georgia State plus 3. Of the 3 for Ethad,
I'm never laying 17 with Army.
I laid 14.5 in that game.
Okay. Charlotte is really bad. But they, on offense.
I hear you. I'm not betting 17. I made it 17. So
okay.
I hate laying points on the road with a bad team, or at least not a winning team. But Coastal's terrible. I lean that, so I'm with them on that one.
Yep.
What was the third one? Georgia State plus 3. I'm not on that game. Although Georgia State played, that was kind of didn't win outright, but I was stunned. 14-7. James Madison. That was a shocking final.
App State too. After I thought okay, they're back. They're going to run out Oregon State, and then it went south after the first quarter.
Could have lost the game.
Yeah.
Should have lost the game.
Yeah, I know.
Another game. Oregon State should have 4 wins, and they're 0-6.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. You know what we bet on the win total?
I know.
Should be we're not even exaggerating. Should be 3-3. I think friend of the program, Stats of War, Parker, he tweets out that success rate net difference.
Yeah.
I think Oregon State's been the most dominant team to lose each of the last 2 weeks. Dominating their opponents. Should win the game by double digits, and they're losing it.
What do you think of them at home versus Wake Forest this week? Unfortunately,
I think the 3-letter service is on Wake, aren't they?
Is that true?
No, maybe I didn't get that one. Maybe it was somebody. No, it was the doctor. I got to keep track of all that. That wasn't them. It was the doctor. Man, I don't know. I would lean Oregon State plus 3.
Yeah, me too.
When do they wave the white flag though and just fire the coach? Did you do anything there? Wake's impressive. Their new coach, Dickerts. Nice win for them. Virginia Tech.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Georgia Tech the week before.
I haven't gotten to the window there. I would a little bit more. If I saw 3.5, I'm in on Oregon State.
All right. We'll hit that one on Friday. Spend my dollar, $6.69 super chat. Is there ever a world where we get FCS lines early in the week, or we always have to bet lines after they get whacked by OBP and move 8 points?
That is not BP. I can attest to that. That is not BP.
Yeah, I'm not betting it because you asked me on Friday, I think it was last week, hey, you got anything? And I'm like, no, I haven't even done it yet. So it's not me.
It's when you got one place posting early in the week, it's so thin. It can just, 2 whacks from anybody that knows what they're doing, and they're moving it, 3 points apiece. So it just,
I got nothing. They are getting posted, or they're getting posted by our friends at FanDuel on Wednesdays. I just don't get to FCS. If I'm lucky, I get to it on maybe a Thursday. If not, it's Friday. Literally, a lot of what it's been timed at is right before the Friday show is when I kind of finish. So, sorry. Not me, though. Yeah, I've deserved in the years past a ton of criticism. Now that I've matured and didn't understand why I was getting criticized, now I understand why I used to get criticized by guys like Knish back in the day. But it's not me now. I blame me in the past, not right now. Brian D, 999, Virginia Tech versus Georgia Tech. I did not bet the game.
I do not like laying Georgia Tech as a big favorite. The style of play doesn't really, accumulate to laying big prices. With that said, Virginia Tech is pathetic.
Now that they finally lost with the interim, do they let go of the rope? They got guys that, defenders that have transferred out. Haynes King off a bye, certainly much more rather to play him off a bye than when he continues to get banged up. But right now, I didn't bet it. Sorry, Brian.
Thanks nothing for me in that one either. And probably I don't think that's a game. There's usually a lot of games on the board. Either I bet or I'm looking for a price. That one, I do not see myself having a position in that game.
Lean over 54.5 at our friends at FanDuel. Best price on market. Key number 55 on a total.
Yeah.
So there you go there. All right, back to the top. After super chats are done. Lara was asking about the Texas Tech to win the Natty 35-1, provide enough future hedging value. I think so. I mean, it's not a great bet, but it's somewhat like, again, they asked me and I was like, yeah, whatever. It's a bet.
Look, they're going to make the playoff. And as you said, like, there's how many teams right now can you say outside of, Ohio State?
Ohio State, Oregon, Miami. I don't know about Oregon.
I don't know about Oregon either. I was going to say, I don't know 100%. Like Ohio State, Miami, Texas Tech are in the playoff.
Three. Yeah, those are the three.
And one of them, the other two are 5-1 and 9-1. And this team's 35-1. So
back to the chat. Charles asking, how much do we downgrade Oregon? I don't know. I got to look through that.
Well, the market downgraded them quite a bit.
The market downgraded them a lot. Joey K downgraded him a lot. People, the old fade BP after he says Oregon's going to win the title, people are excited about that. That was, how about Jim? Guys not getting enough blame. National Jim Knowles, what a bum against New Heisel's kid. Oof. They give up 42. It was a legit 42. They're going up and down the field. Right. Nico looks like Kaepernick or Vince Young.
I know.
Didn't he? I did bet the sneaky one. Just say their offense is improved. I think that's a sneaky over. UCLA, Michigan State, I bet. Worth a flyer. That they are going to be better offensively. Like, have a clue. I don't know. Charles also asking about JMU, ODU, Sunbelt game next week. Yeah, I agree. That's an underrated game next week. Yeah, they got to get through this week.
That's a I think ODU is the better team
than JMU.
Yep.
I don't think that's a hot take. I could agree with that. I bet ODU this week.
I missed the early number, so I'm sure you got at 14 or better, and I did not. But I agree with you.
There's been wait on that. There's been some buyback on Marshall. There's a 14 right now. There's plenty of 14s. You want to go now or no? We'll wait. Not our friends at FanDuel, but if you're looking at an odd screen, there's plenty of 14s right now in ODU. Andy says Arch Manning, a 2-star recruit with a 5-star last name. Yeah, we've had to downgrade him. It was a 4-star recruit with a 5-star last name, 3-star. Now we're down to 2-star.
He looks lost. It's not even like he doesn't have the talent. It's like the processing, the pre-snap stuff. Like, he just does not look ready. And all apologies from this show to Sark for the Quinn Ewers takes last year of like, you got to play. But
now we know why Quinn was playing.
Right now, you know why. I would take Quinn Ewers back in a second. He should have stayed in school, made another, a couple $1 million, and been the quarterback of this Texas team. Then
there were rumors that he got offers.
That was a stupid choice. I got to pivot.
Uh-oh.
I missed the pivot earlier when I asked you about Notre Dame, Boise State. This week, Notre Dame laying a big number again.
I lean NC State.
Me too.
You can best bet. I'm not in the best bet range. What would worry me is the offense last week wasn't on. Defense came around.
Yeah.
So I came away. I came away impressed with Notre Dame, to be honest, and that takes a lot to impress me.
Let's let it marinate till Friday because I'm in at like a little bit more juice on the squeeze. I'm in.
All right. NC State does have a good, Hollywood Smothers, Bailey and stuff, but I just worried Notre Dame wasn't on offense. They literally hit a couple plays. That's 42-7. And we're talking about, Notre Dame being like, way right up at the top of college football. Game I want to talk about, the team that beat Arch last week. Florida A&M, 7.5. What's your thoughts there?
It's a Florida or nothing for me at that price. And maybe we missed the week to buy. But at 7.5, and I know A&M was impressive after a slow start versus Mississippi State, but
I think Florida could be different. Lagway looked healthy. They got that 5-star true freshman wide receiver that went off. Florida for me.
You want to go 7.5? Best bet?
Yeah, best bet Florida plus 7.5.
Let's do it.
Boom. And the final looks good for A&M. Shoot, what'd they have? 7 points? It was like midway through the third quarter. That was not looking good for a while.
No, it doesn't. They ran it
and
up.
Mississippi State was banged up.
I like 7.5. Yeah, that was real. I was going to say need 7.5 to play this.
There you go,
like
7.5. Another best bet. I like it. I think Florida could be live.
That's another one that I don't. I mean, you probably have some A&M buyers under a touchdown, but I don't think the over a TD hangs out there all week.
Agree. I'm glad we got to that one because I do think there's a good chance it might close 7. A lot of Florida love in the market all year. LSU game, Miami game, there was like back and forth. A lot of love for them last week. What's there? You changed a couple plays in Florida's season.
I know.
We're thinking totally different about them. And they've clearly not given up on Napier.
You can't. Every time you think you put the final nail in the Sunbelt Billy coffin, he just raises up again.
Yeah.
Lagway
that was a legit win against Texas too.
Yeah. I was going to say, I don't even like it was even more, I don't want to say dominating, but like it was not a 1-score game. I mean, they really put it on them. Texas had a little bit, kind of at the end there, but Florida was impressive. 7 yards of play versus a Texas defense that had been the nails for that game.
Tailgate tent. JFC, we know what that stands for. BP, a couple playoff games, sure, if they get a G5 opponent. Well, James Franklin got a couple playoff wins last year. Arizona State, Big 12 team can't meet. Arizona State could have easily beaten Texas. Who's better, last year's Arizona State team or this year's Texas Tech team?
This year's Texas Tech team.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the pathway. Yeah, if they get Ohio State in the first round, then I'll take it back. I mean, is Texas Tech not a top 10 team right now?
100%.
Then there you go. It's not a terrible take. I'm gonna go after him one of these days. I'm giving you the heads up, Tent, for watching. you got something coming to you, buddy. And so I'm just letting you know ahead of time because I'm a nice guy. I'll give you the heads up. Shawnee Higgs, $25. It's a no shave November already. Here's Knish gearing up for Halloween. Rutgers plus 10.5 for me Friday.
Shawnee, sometimes you got to do things in your personal life for that you may not have done otherwise. I'll put it like that. That could actually I was about to ask you because that actually got hit right as we were getting on.
Doctor,
the market. I don't have a side there.
I agree with Sean. Rutgers at 10.5. Doctor got Washington at 10.
Okay. That's what that was.
So important to know, like people, why did we say this all the time, but I'm going to say it again. Why this move? Why this move? Why this move? Well, I mean, if you know who moves markets, then, I mean, you usually get a good idea of why stuff moves. Okay. Hold on. As we close out the show, I got another ad here. Obviously tonight, big game, Monday Night Football. If you love watching the NFL games, but always find yourself on Twitter talking about the latest injury or big play, make your way over to the Forward Progress YouTube channel. Instead, for the Monday night watch along, you got Rob Pizzola. Jason Cooper will be there talking through the game, giving out best bets, responding to your comments. It's always a good time. Monday night watch along tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Forward Progress YouTube channel. Make sure you're checking it out. You got any closing thoughts? I'm just looking at the chat here.
No, yeah, I was trying to skim down the board for see if there's any games that I had my eye on that we didn't get to. But
Illinois, where you at on that one?
I bet a little bit of Buckeyes at open, but it was there's one or two flat.
Buckeyes at open. Where were you getting them at open? I bet Illinois at open at 17.5.
No, okay, then not at the. I bet a little flat 14. But there's a couple.
I bet Illinois at 17.5. I would be much more interested in Ohio State at 14.
Yeah.
And there's a 13.5 out there.
Yeah.
That
at a 4-letter book.
That you guys are gonna have to race right now to beat me. It's extra juice, but I'm big time in at that price. on that one. Another game. I think it's a sneaky game. BYU Arizona. Did you do anything
Oh yeah,
there?
Paulie Bowman just asked about that. Where you at on that one?
I think Arizona's live to win the game outright.
I
First
do.
tough game. BYU hasn't played hardly anybody yet.
I like that, but man,
You like BYU?
no, I'm with you on Arizona. I was hoping that we
That
could
got
get.
hit while we were doing the show, right?
What time? I'm still going to look at this here. I don't know if threes are going to come there.
No, I that's what I bet it at, but I'm still okay not taking a 3. I always want to get the best price in market.
I know.
The worst price, we love FanDuel. The worst price in market, it's our friends at FanDuel. So if you are interested in Arizona, go somewhere else.
I'm with you though on the Arizona there. Highly likely they'll be in the round robin, if you know what I'm saying.
I like it. I like it a lot. As I try to get a bet in.
Yeah,
I come find the game. I hate, man, I'm so old school. Rotation numbers.
I know
like,
where it's rotation and everybody else does it by time.
Yeah, I scrolling down because it's way down, and it's a noon game, and it's at the top. I scrolled, I couldn't find it. Man, I miss now that I'm in a state with more of the new books. I'm struggling. I swear I miss bets on that because all the new books are by time and not rotation.
Yeah.
All the Vegas books are by rotation.
Or why don't they just do the rotation, put the rotation numbers out by time?
Yeah. Well, the reason the rotation numbers are built so far in advance. A lot of these, they're not making the schedules till I think as late as sometimes like less than 2 weeks out.
I gotcha.
So, Brian, I am not there yet. He's talking about the 4-letter network. Knock on wood, I'm not there yet. I've just started on a new account there, but I already blew through one, but I had a new one, so we're not limited yet. So hopefully, hopefully we're not there yet. You got any closing thoughts? Any other games we missed?
Do you have the stomach for no, FanDuel doesn't got the best price in there.
It don't have to be them.
Where are you at on James Madison Lafayette?
Yeah. Tough for me to lay with this JMU offense.
I know.
Right now.
I'm on the I kind of like Laffy at the 18.
All right. Yeah, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. You want it? Take it.
We
can get 18.5.
Yeah, there's 18.5. Jason, if you can get us one of those 18.5s.
Quarterback back yet, or is he out for the year?
I think he was out for the, and they're going with one of the other guys. He looked a little bit better. And they just play the, ugly brand of football that is just, I like them as, a big dog, ugly game. Don't think James Madison offense has been particularly good. Laffy off a bye. And just a couple of things. Now, granted, I mean, you go to lose to Eastern Michigan and then have to go to OT versus Marshall, but they have been able to run the ball, if nothing else. And that's what you need here is to run it slow, run it down, and cover 18.5.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Slow tempo, big dog. I got nothing. Air Force UNLV, a lot of money came in on Air Force at 7. I'm not in on it.
You know what? I regretted not hitting that one. I will say, though, that Air Force defense.
It's so bad. I think I made the joke on that Saturday show. I mean, they're making white kids look like world-class sprinters. I mean, it's just unbelievable. The Heinrich kids from Navy had like 250 yards receiving.
That's what I was going to say. When's the last time Navy had an 80-yard passing TD? Plus a couple
he broke
of long
the
runs.
single game record in school history, 250 yards.
Like that,
he's running away from their guys.
I don't know. It's how do you have faith in our Air Force after what? There's nobody in the fucking military that can run faster than some of those guys.
But they're
the guys they have on defense are it looks like you're watching like a NEC like Northeastern Conference FCS game with fucking Central Connecticut, some guy up there that runs like a 4.8 at What the
If
fuck?
that.
Where did they find some of these guys?
I don't know.
I thought they were live in the Mountain West this year. The fuck no, they're not live in the Mountain West. That defense is horrid.
Yeah. I like their offense. So they're blowing what's a pretty decent offense.
Yeah,
their quarterback can throw and
they're
run.
like greatest show on turf now.
All Himothy in before the gun with a 1999 super chat. Just want to note and throw it out for the gang. There is a famous book offering a flat 7 for Oregon. I like Oregon. Market likes Indiana. Knish likes Indiana.
Himothy, I might say, wait until you see it under 7.
Dan Hank says it's like when Rico Bosco played defense in college.
No, legit. It'd be like if Rico was playing right now. Like Rico got out of the studio and went and played corner for Air Force. That's the type of athleticism we're seeing.
Oh, man. All right, that's a decent show. Let's recap the best bets. What we got. Obviously, we just gave out Louisiana. I don't know if we can show that one because it's at a different book. But Louisiana Lafayette plus 18.5 there. Got the Falcons plus 11.5 at our friends at FanDuel against Toledo, big rivalry game. We got Florida plus 7.5. That was a good one there. And what else we got? Is that it? Here we go.
Yep.
Boom. Oh, man, I'm seeing Wyoming UNLV. Oof, that was. If you show the field before the game, I don't think it was snow. I think they had a hailstorm. That wasn't. Did you know that? It wasn't snow. It was hail.
Oh, I thought it was snow.
No, hail. Because I think it was like 50 degrees. But I see the field. I think UNLV got a couple of block punt touchdowns. It's the way it is. So we didn't mention it. But I was going to tell Barb, welcome to the party. So that was her best bet on Saturday. 2 block punt touchdowns. There we go. Nothing says our best bets like that.
That was 2 block punt touchdowns. That's how Barb kicks it off.
Yeah, welcome to the party. So we'll have fun with that on Friday. So we'll see you guys on Friday. That'll do it for the show. Thank you for all the super chats, everybody that contributed.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. You got another one?
Duck is in this. He brought that up, and I kind of like it at the best price. What do you think of Ball State at 9.5? It's the only 9.5 out there against Western.
I am indifferent.
All right.
I think the 3-letter network is on.
Played Western.
Yeah. You like it?
I was gonna love it. I was kind of seeing if we get a 10, but I agree. I don't know if it'll get there. So we'll
buyback against them. Yeah, I mean, that's anytime it's the best. I mean, I do like this. I'm being legit right now. This isn't propaganda. I like that FanDuel takes positions and stuff. I mean, that's by far the best number. So I mean, I'm never going to argue with anybody. When you get a point and a half better than anywhere else, take it. Ball State. You want it? Man, no.
I really would have loved a 10. I don't know how
there
they
goes. Somebody took it. Somebody loved it.
I watched the first half of that Ohio game, and I was like,
"Yeah, it wasn't great." Western.
I was like, "This team's out." The total yardage at one point was 250 to 30, and I was like, "This team's fucking awful." Like, and then they win the game. So
there goes the 9.5. Though
there goes the 9.5. I don't disagree.
We'll regret it.
Yes.
If we would have bet it though, they'd have lost by 10, and 10s would show in the market when they lose by 10. So. All right, that'll do it. For the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joey Knish, producer Jason did a great job today. I'm merely Brad Powers. Thank you, guys. We'll see you Friday at 5 p.m. You just watched Hit the Books, part of the Hammer Betting Network, sponsored by FanDuel.